Hello,
Hi,
hello.
everybody.
Seeing some people trickle in.
All right.
Okay, we're up to about 50 people. Thank you for joining today. Give it another 30 seconds or so. Let people hop on, figure out their Zoom. Okay, we've hit 100. I think that can be the official start, right? Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm Olivia Dahlquist with Arts, and we're so thrilled to be hosting this webinar today with some folks from ArtCloud. So I'll let them introduce themselves.
You go first, Megan.
Alrighty, sounds good. My name is Megan Schaefer. I'm the creative director here at ArtCloud, and I'm just so excited to be co-hosting this webinar with our friends at NIDOT.
Hey guys, I'm Alex West. I'm the CEO of ArtCloud, and yeah, again, I just want to thank you guys all for being here. We're real excited to show you the integration and product.
Cool. All right, well, we have got a great agenda for you today. We're going to be moving through just a quick welcome and then talking a bit about Art. So what we do and how we aim to support artists. And that really transitions well to why we have partnered with ArtCloud. So then Megan and Alex will share a bit more about all the amazing features that ArtCloud can offer you. And after that, we will have the platform tour, which is why I know many of you are here. So Alex will be leading us through a tour of how to accept your invitation if you're coming to us from Art's previous platform, dotfolio, as well as how to ensure our curators can view and see your work and potentially work with you for one of our projects across the country. So with that, I will just dive into sharing a bit about Arts. Like I said, I think some of you artists today are coming to us from our previous platform, Dotfolio, but others may be learning of us for the first time. And so I'll just share a brief background on who we are and what we do. We are a national art consulting, curating, and creative placemaking firm, and we work with both public and private sector clients to create one-of-a-kind spaces through the power of original art. So we do that by curating art from local, underrepresented, and emerging artists primarily, as well as developing these really long-term arts and cultural master plans for private developments, municipalities, and cities. Essentially, our goal is to leverage art to make places better, right? Make them more meaningful, more memorable, and more successful, both socially and economically. So our work spans a variety of industries, working on boutique and luxury hotels to corporate office spaces, healthcare settings, and more large-scale mixed use and entertainment districts. And that means working with everyone from private developers, as I mentioned, to architects, designers, city staff, and many others. To date, we've completed over 1,000 projects across 39 states and 5 countries, which has helped us generate over $50 million in revenue for the creative economy. And that's something we're very proud of. But none of what we do would be possible without the amazing work of our artist community. And that's why uplifting artists is really at the heart of our mission. So, Megan, if you want to jump
Mhm.
to the next slide. Yep, perfect. So what we do is really work with our clients to understand their project vision, right? What is the artistic vision for the space? And how can we use art to help really promote their brand and tell a meaningful story? We then work to research and curate artwork that's going to match that vision with the focus, like I said, on local, underrepresented, and emerging artists. We then sort of act as a liaison between the artists we're working with and the clients so that you, the artist, can really like focus on your vision and bringing that to life through the artwork. And then we'll be working with the developers to translate that vision, all the while handling all the logistics like framing, shipping, installation, etc. Um, Always in our work, we're trying to create partnerships, education, and career building opportunities for artists, as well as offer free resources and events. So that includes everything from virtual portfolio reviews to studio visits and other kinds of marketing resources to help you market and sell your work. This also includes things like commission support. So helping artists who've never had a large scale public art commission get that first big job, right? Connecting you with fabricators and other vendors that is going to help you achieve that installation. And then advocating to developers and cities why they should be working with emerging artists on those kind of opportunities and really supporting everybody through that process. I do want to clarify that 9.Arts does not represent artists. We don't have any contracts with artists or galleries, which really allows both of us, our team and you all as the artists, to work with whomever you want. All in all, our goal is really to help artists grow their business and make a successful and sustainable living doing what they love. And that is a big reason why we've partnered with ArtCloud, because they want the same and their platform absolutely allows for this. It's also why we phased out our previous artist platform called dotfolio. So this was a software that our team developed when we were first getting started, and it did allow us to connect with hundreds of artists, but we are ready for something new, and that's what ArtCloud offers. We also really heard some of our artists' feedback about the limitations of dotfolio, and so by partnering with ArtCloud, we're trying to address that feedback and offer you all a really modernized and efficient platform that's going to give you so many tools to better work with 9.Arts and with other audiences. And so with that, I will pass it over to Megan to share more about ArtCloud.
Thank you so much. The work that 9.Arts, we are such a fan at ArtCloud, and we're so happy to be partnering with 9.Arts. And as Olivia mentioned, Dotfolio had some limitations from a technological perspective, and what we do at ArtCloud fills in those gaps plus some. It's all we do every single day is business operations and sales and marketing software, along with our fantastic website builder for specifically the art world. Our bedrock product is for art galleries. We've been serving art galleries for years and have hundreds and hundreds of galleries all over the world that use ArtCloud as a sales platform, as an inventory management platform to run their business. So small businesses, large businesses all over the world. And we have an artist product that does the same thing. We took our gallery product and we shifted it into a really fantastic business operations platform for artists. And essentially, we empower artists to manage, showcase, and sell their work through an all-in-one comprehensive business operations platform. So I will go through exactly what we do in the next slide, but we are a technology company that provides this platform. Many of us are art world converts. So my background is actually in art consulting as well. And so it's been just really, really great to be working with 9.Dot and, feel so confident in the work that they do and connecting with these artists from Dotfolio that have been so inspiring. And so we're just really excited about our partnership. I will move on. So we've got two main subscriptions. One is the manager, which is the business ops background, sort of your nuts and bolts. Go on to the next slide. So your inventory, you'll see here on the screenshot of the actual platform, which you'll see in a little while. You have your inventory, you have consignments, your galleries. You collect, you as a business, as an artist, lives in ArtCloud. It's an all-in-one thing. So inventory management, your CRM, meaning your contacts. Your contact records hold really deep data about your clients, your collectors, including their interests, their purchase history, et cetera. Invoices, consignments, payment processing. We integrate with Stripe, which is a very popular payment processing system. And we also do not take additional commission. That's something really important. We, like 9.Dot, don't have a formal sort of gallery representation or contractual agreement with artists. We operate on a subscription-based model. You know exactly what you're paying every month for exactly what you can read on the website. And we do not take any extra money beyond that. That's not what we're about. This is a platform, a business platform that artists in the art world specifically use to empower themselves with the tools to grow their careers, sell more art, and have a really beautiful digital presence. Speaking of beautiful digital presence, about ArtCloud websites. So a couple of years ago, we unveiled a really slick new version of our site builder. Picture something akin to a Wix or a Squarespace, a GoDaddy, something like that, that you might be familiar with to build your own website. We have that We have it, and it's really beautiful. It works really well, and it's so specific to the art world. So in terms of integrating with your inventory, that is like the number one reason why artists sign up for ArtCloud first with the manager and then tack on a website subscription. Is because your inventory, as you sell pieces, as you make things inactive, as you pull things out, put things in, put them on hold, etc., have them out on approval, your website automatically updates. So you can put different series and different blocks on the website. We won't go into super detail today about the intricacies of how to build out your website. But in the follow-up email that you'll get with this recording and other resources, our YouTube page is a wealth of information in our knowledge base for exactly how you can configure your series, your portfolio in the different categories on your website. So you can have lots of different things. Again, we also don't have an added e-commerce fee. So that is something that, there'll be credit card processing fees, but we don't add an added commission. And then you have the industry specific elements of our website builder, like make an offer, inquire, recently viewed artworks, and just a bunch of other things that are really art industry specific, with SEO in mind, with a customer experience website in mind, specifically for art collectors. So with all of that said, I ran through all of it. I promise you we will get actually into our platform to do some formal training with our awesome CEO, Alex, in a little bit. But I'm going to hand the mic back over to Olivia to kind of go over the transition and then some consignment information.
Perfect. Thanks, Megan. Yeah, so we know many of you are joining today from our previous platform, dotfolio, and you may be wondering, where does all my work on dotfolio go now? But there is a simple way to just transfer all of that work. So I'll just go through this at a quick high level because Alex is going to dive deeper with the platform tour. But really, it's three simple steps. You'll want to find an invitation in your inbox from hello@artcloud.com. And once you're there, you can even see on the screen here, there's a little get started button, and that's going to open up the site. If for some reason you are unable to find this invitation, just email us at info@9.arts.com and we will resend it and make sure that you're all good to go. Once you click get started, you will see a new tab and you'll just be asked to set up your password. So it will automatically infill the email that you used for dotfolio. After that, you're gonna get let through and you'll click continue to go to the ArtCloud homepage. Then you'll see view inventory. So that's gonna be navigating to that left side menu, clicking on inventory, and voila, you should see all of your work transferred from dotfolio. A quick note that when you get into ArtCloud, you are going to see some language that says on consignment to 9.arts. And I'll just reiterate that this by no means that we have ownership of your artwork nor represent you. This is just the standard language that is on the ArtCloud platform, because artists have to really consign with various organizations in order for them to view their work. Now, if you do all of these steps and you don't see your artwork transferred into ArtCloud, you may have to do a manual upload, and that's what I'm going to explain on this next slide. So again, Alex is going to walk through everything, but to consign your work to 9.art, so to do that manual upload, upload your work and make sure that our curators can see it, you're just going to log in and navigate to that inventory tab. Once you're there, you'll click add inventory to upload your image and complete the details. Then you will create a consignment. So you'll go over to the consignment tab, select gallery consignment from the drop down, and then you will search for 9.arts as the recipient. Once you've done that, you'll select the pieces that you just uploaded, hit send, and those are all going to be sent to our curatorial team to be reviewed, approved, and really shared out as potentials for projects. A couple things to note here, and we can go through these in Q&A or as Alex is doing the tour, but it's really helpful to our team if you can add as much detail about your artwork as possible. As I mentioned, we really work on a project by project basis, specifically trying to seek local artists at the sites that we're working. So let's say, we're seeking a muralist for an abstract mural in San Francisco. we might use some of those keywords to search for an artist: San Francisco, mural, abstract. So again, the more detail you can provide around who you are and each of the pieces that you're uploading, that's going to help us to better find you. I also want to make a quick note on pricing, because as you're uploading artwork, there will be a section where you can fill in the pricing of the artwork. Keep in mind that similar to working with a gallery, 9.Arts shares in the retail price with the artist. So we will purchase the work at a wholesale price and then sell it to our clients at the retail price, which is often about twice as much. And that difference, covers things like selling, shipping, framing, installing, and advocating for your work throughout the process. And so to really sustain our business, pay artists equitably, and continue creating these one-of-a-kind experiences, we share in that 50-50 split. We are certainly open to other arrangements that will work better for you. So there is a place under the financials tab where you can adjust that 50-50 split if needed. So that was a lot of talking, but now for some doing. Let's pass it over to Alex to go through this platform tour.
Awesome. And just a quick note,
Um,
I'm gonna push the share over to Alex, but make sure to fill in the Q&A. I see now that I've stopped sharing that we've got a few questions, so we will address all of those at the end at that handy blue number 13 slide. But yeah, right, Alex.
Thank you guys again for being here. Like Olivia mentioned, there are two ways you can kind of get into an ArtCloud account. One is by accepting an invite that they have sent you, and that will automatically copy over any of your artwork inventory that was in that dotfolio platform. Or if you have lost that invite or were not on dotfolio, you can always make a free ArtCloud account at artcloud.com and manually add 9dot as a gallery. So like Olivia mentioned earlier, we are kind of using some the artist gallery relationship functionality inside of ArtCloud, kind of for a special use case with 9dot. So those are the two different ways, and we'll walk through that step by step in a couple of these overview pages. But I wanted to start with the homepage of ArtCloud. When you either accept that invite and make an ArtCloud account, or whether you make an ArtCloud account, eventually when you come in and log into ArtCloud, you will see a homepage dashboard much like this. Just for the sake of time, we're not going to go into all of the components and details of the entire platform, but I wanted to give you just kind of the broad skeleton of our software, so that as you start to explore it, you can pay special attention to the things that you think will help your studio practice the most. This homepage is going to have what we call the Copilot stream. These are going to be a lot of actionable suggestions to help you grow your studio practice. So whether it's sharing new arrivals with your collectors through an email campaign, or making a social media post about it, or showing you any follow-up reminders that you might have, or some marketplace notifications, etc. That's what this homepage is going to be. When you come into your inventory, so this is going to be your, again, I guess I'll back up here. This is going to be your main navigation. And on this left-hand side, you'll see things like inventory management, consignment management, gallery management, websites, etc. So all of the pages that you will access inside of ArtCloud will be done through this left-hand navigation. When you come into your inventory here, if you've accepted a 9dot invite, you will see all of the inventory that they had in dotfolio right here. If you have not accepted that, or if you have other inventory to add, there's a couple different ways to get in there. We have some importers. You can add multiple images at a time. So if you click this button, you can then drag as many images off your desktop, and we'll build like a nice little table that you can start filling information in. Or the old-fashioned way, add inventory one at a time. And just by clicking on that add inventory, you'll be able to drag and drop an image up here. You can upload as many images as you want. In fact, we would recommend and suggest that you add as many images as you can. This will help collectors on your website or on our marketplace or 9dot be able to better see the piece, better understand what it is, and then and that better understanding translates to more engagement. So I highly recommend you upload a few photos of your artwork if you can. And then you can fill out all the information that you would expect: the title, the price. You heard Olivia mention earlier the financials. So here are the financial notes. If there's any kind of complicated financial situation you need to articulate on the record, any kind of insurance value, if there's any special consignment terms, etc. As you explore more of our cloud and check out our marketplace, or if you decide to launch a website with our website builder, you'll be able to control whether this inventory record is on the marketplace or on your website just by toggling these bits on and off. Let's pull up a particular artwork just so we can get a little bit more information here. So once you've actually added an artwork, there's all sorts of things you can do with it. I'm just going to walk through a few. You can email this in a tear sheet or in a quick email format. So if we wanted to email a tear sheet, this could be potentially to 9dot. If they said, hey, we have a client that's really interested in this, can you send other pieces? You might be able to send them a tear sheet, or if you have another gallery or a collector that's interested, you can then quickly email any artwork from the platform in that tear sheet format. And if you have a website with us, you can also link that back to your website or to our marketplace. That just is a great way to ensure that the recipient of this email can engage with it. If they're interested and they're not quite ready to respond back, they can click on it and browse, more information on any of those platforms. ArtCloud can be integrated to your email if you use Google or Office 365. So be sure to integrate that so that it's really easy for you to send your emails through the platform. You can also export some industry-specific collateral, so tear sheets, wall labels, authenticity reports, etc., all from in here. You'll be able to export those out, and you can control what information is shown. And there's a lot of formatting and customization available in this collateral as you explore the platform more. We have a lot of webinars that cover more details and a very comprehensive knowledge base. So again, I'm going to try to keep this overview high level, but ask any questions you have, or chat with our support team if you make your account, and we will gladly help. I'm going to skip over consignments for just a second and go in. If you accepted an invite from 9dot, you will automatically see 9dot in here as a gallery already. So that will happen automatically. If you have not, then you can click this Add First Gallery or this Add Gallery button here and type in info@9dotarts.com. So that's the core. That's a really important piece of information. I'm sure we have it in a lot of the documentation, but write that down. That is the main piece of information you have to remember, because that's going to then link to their core account so that you can consign directly to them. You can see it's pulling up a lot of the information right here. And once you have that created, you can create a new consignment either from here, or you can go back over to your consignments tab, and this could have all the different consignments that you're managing with your gallery, with other institutions. But you can go in here and make a new consignment. We're going to select gallery consignment. And when we type in our recipient, we're going to select the ever famous 9dot Arts. You might be able to you can call this anything you want. Olivia, is there a particular naming scheme that you prefer artists use when titling their consignments?
Nope, not at all.
Okay,
Whatever they
cool.
like. Whatever best summarizes the work that they've just uploaded.
Yeah, bonus points for creative emojis, but use your creativity to pick your title. I, being the boring person I am, will just Alex's demo consignment. Like Olivia mentioned, these are not formal consignments with 9dot, so a lot of this information, the terms, the start date, the end date, do not matter. This is about you being able to show your portfolio and a representation of your work to them so that when they are looking to place inventory and artwork for their projects, that they'll have a good overview of what type of work you do. And a lot of times it's going to be just a conversation starter for them so they can work with you on commissions or other pieces of work. So this is really about just getting them a representative body of your work. One common design metaphor or interface metaphor you'll see inside of ArtCloud is this tabs structure. So right now we're on the overview of this consignment. We're going to toggle right over here to inventory. And this is where you can add the specific works that you'd like to send to 9dot. Anytime we list out our inventory, we're going to have some filters here. You can always filter by active if you want to just only show your active available work, and then select whichever works you want to include in this consignment. You can search for specific pieces here as well. We're going to add those in. And once we feel good about the work that we're sending here, we're just going to hit the send button, and that will automatically be sent to them, and they'll be able to accept that. And now your inventory is in their inventory database. When they start searching for works, they will be able to, your work will appear in those search results. And like Olivia mentioned, be sure that you're sending them as complete of inventory records as possible, multiple images, titles, price, dimensions, any information about you as well in your artist record, which we will jump over to real quick. When you first make your account, we ask you for a lot of profile information, including like your bio and your uh, location, where you're located. So you can always edit that information here, but be sure to include your address. You don't have to put your address, but your city and your state, so that when 9dot is looking for inventory, that it can do those geographical searches. That is done under the locations section of the account settings, which you can access by clicking your kind of username in the bottom left and clicking on account settings. While we're here, there's also a great link for you to explore, especially as you're new to ArtCloud, the knowledge base. You click right here and go right into knowledge base. You'll see a very comprehensive list of articles and videos and animated images that will walk you through how to do almost everything in ArtCloud, from adding inventory to adding contacts and CRMs and collateral. Just kind of anything you can do in ArtCloud is going to be well documented here. So it's a great first step if you're looking for a particular support, as well as feel free to email our support team. It's support@artcloud.com. And we'll show you or you can also click right here. Beyond inventory and gallery management, we also have a very robust CRM. So as you manage your collectors and their interests and their buying patterns, ArtCloud will help you manage those relationships so that you don't ever have to recall in your memory, who was this person? What was the work that they bought? Let me see if I can find someone with a little bit better of a so if you pull up a contact record, you'll see their name, their geographical information, the total number of sales they've had with you. So you'll start learning who your top collectors are. You can track all their contact information from name and email and title and company that they work at, any kind of tags. I won't go into all these details, but just kind of anything that you need to track a particular collector on. If a client is paying for something with a payment plan over time, you can log their credit card into ArtCloud in a nice PCI compliant fashion, and that way you can run that payment monthly. You can also see a purchase history, so you can see the works that they've bought from you over time, and kind of if you work in a different visual styles, you can see what style they appreciate. So as you get new inventory, have available inventory, you can get a sense of what their visual aesthetic is and know what type of work that they might like to see. You'll also see an activity stream. This is going to have all the follow-up reminders that you've had with this client, any emails you sent them, if you sent them an email campaign, if they were a recipient of an email campaign, what their engagement was on that campaign, et cetera. So just by putting this activity stream, you can jog your memory, or your studio assistant can jog their memory on what has the relationship been with this collector over time. We don't have enough time today to cover the opportunity tracker, but as you start building a website and launching a website with ArtCloud and start sending out email campaigns and really get a steady business growing, one of the number one pieces of feedback we've heard from artists is that they needed help managing their open opportunities, the number of people that were inquiring about works but weren't immediately buying, and they needed to remember to do that follow-up, or needed to remember to send more images when they got to the studio, and so we build the opportunity tracker to help you manage all those open opportunities so that you don't forget a follow-up and you're not leaving these sales opportunities on the table. And so please feel free to explore that. We have a lot of recorded webinars specifically about the opportunity tracker, and we will certainly cover that in detail in further webinars. And then lastly, you can track kind of any specific type of interest that the collector has. So are they interested in, large works, or colorful things, or monochrome, like however you might like to describe or categorize your collector's base as taste. You can start tracking that in the interest, and you can always then pull specific list of clients by these interests. So if you have a new exhibition opening up and you want to send out an email campaign to anyone that you think might like mixed media work, you can pull that subset list, that personalized list of collectors, and then send out those personal communications. Let's see. I'm just trying to get track of time here. One thing I wanted to cover, certainly before we finish, is the ability to build a website inside of ArtCloud. So when you go over to this website section, Like Megan mentioned, just like in Squarespace or Shopify, which I imagine, or Wix, which is kind of some of the more popular uh, website builders that we've seen in the space. ArtCloud is also going to be a completely drag and drop editor. So when you open up a particular page, for example, your home page, you're going to see um, all these different widgets that you can add to it. So if you wanted to, for example, add um, text down here that described your studio practice. You just can log in there. Somehow someone's been playing around with this test account and we have Comic Sans as our font. So let's just all keep a sense of humor because I don't believe any of you want to do that, but we'll do a little demo right here about how to change. You pick any font you want into the platform. We also have a great integration with Google Font. So you can add any Google font you want into the website builder. So you have a lot of typography control in the platform. One of the things that ArtCloud is going to have that is not going to be present on any other kind of website builder is we have the ability to integrate with your inventory. So as you add new artworks to the platform, you'll be able to easily add, or those will be able to be easily shared on your website. So, for example, if we just drag this inventory block over, you'll see that now your inventory is all right here. As we drill down into this, we have all sorts of different formatting options. We can um, show it in a waterfall view, kind of like a Pinterest view where it rolls, or we can do a slideshow or horizontal masonry. And so you can just start getting a sense of how easy it's going to be to make formatting changes. You can change the column count. You can add animations in here. We can play with spacings. These are all things that could take you hundreds or thousands of dollars um, of energy and time and money if you were working with a developer to experiment with how you want to lay out your site. And this is all kind of done in the drag and drop builder. Again, we have a lot of thorough documentation on our website builder and the ability to and how to customize all of these different widgets. So dig into those training manuals or pay attention for some upcoming webinars if you have any questions. The other cool thing about our website builder is that as clients interact, if they inquire about a particular artwork, that contact is going to automatically be added into your contact list, into your CRM inside of ArtCloud, so that as you send out new email campaigns or you reference them or you try to add an invoice, they're automatically in there. So you're not having to juggle email addresses in your MailChimp account and in your inventory, your invoicing of QuickBooks and your Squarespace account. Like it's all going to be all in one place, and the efficiencies that brings to your studio. We've heard from many artists. It's just a complete game changer. So you can actually work on the things that you want to do, like making work and not looking at a computer screen. I envy you guys tremendously because I spend my entire day looking at a computer screen, and I just fantasize what it must be like to actually have time away from a screen and still being productive. Um, there's a ton more to our cloud, like analytics and the ability to opt into our marketplace and sales and marketing and email campaigns to send out to do things like MailChimp. But this is a pretty thorough overview. Megan, am I missing anything? Anything you think I should cover or jump back into with a little bit more specifics or any
You know,
specific questions, guys?
we have got a lot of questions and a lot of really fantastic questions. I really appreciate you guys coming to the table with the amount of specificity that you've had in the Q&A. That being said, we can't answer all 29 questions in the next 10 minutes, but for campaigns, I believe that there was a specific question about how you can make a bulk newsletter or bulk mailing list and how we would integrate with MailChimp. You can integrate with MailChimp in that you can export the contacts that you have in ArtCloud within your CRM to MailChimp, but why not just keep it all in one place? With our Pro Plus subscription, essentially it replaces MailChimp. So our website builder, like Alex showed you, the drag and drop components that are pretty intuitive to use, that's how our email campaign builder works as well. I also remember a question about the analytics around campaigns. We have all of your standard analytics around, email clicks, email open rates, the analytics and the data around who clicked what and when. And then within our audiences, that's how you put together a contact list of specific people. Say there are people from a particular region or people from an event that you went to that you met. So all of that is completely doable in ArtCloud. I won't go into it too much because we have other resources for that. But when we say all-in-one business operations platform for artists, we really mean it. It's we have basically everything that you could want when it comes to your digital presence and the way you sell and market your work. That said,
One,
Alex, I think you go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, so while Meg was walking through some of that, I just wanted to, I was walking through in the platform, but this is just showing you how easy it is to build an email campaign. So if you've ever built one in MailChimp, you know that you need to download your images from whatever system you're managing your inventory into. You need to upload those into MailChimp. You need to work on your formatting. You need to double check that all the meta information is correct. You need to go grab the links wherever you want each one of those artworks to link to. And if you want to make any changes, then if you have 10 different works on there, you need to go make it everywhere and really kind of to improve or to maintain that consistency and kind of that fresh dynamic content. Because our cloud's campaign builder is integrated to your platform, dragging your inventory in is as easy as dragging and dropping and selecting which works you want to include. And you can even, change the order of these. And if you want to again, change any typography settings if you want to left justify that or change the buttons. These are all going to then link directly back to your website. Anyone that clicks on that, all those engagement metrics are going to be logged in that CRM section, so you don't have to manage analytics over MailChimp and in Shopify and in QuickBooks. It's all going to be in one, so you'll get a really nice holistic view of what the engagement was on your marketing efforts. And those I'll kind of wrap that up with if you were to look at any sent records, you'll see the open, how many it was delivered to, how many opened, who clicked on it. If you drill down into this, you'll see who clicked on it, what URLs did they click on, et cetera. This is a demo account with just some sparse content, but it gives you an idea of how comprehensive these analytics are.
I'm typing real time, which is such bad form for being a panelist on a webinar.
Yeah,
I think
Megan's trying to catch up
that
on her email.
right. No, I mean these questions are so good, and we'll make sure to address as many as we can right now. But Alex, if you want to hand the share back over to me, we can kind of wrap up this portion. Again, y'all, we have so many webinars and we have office hours, which was our professional development series for artists that we kind of had continued to do. And we always talk about ArtCloud and how you can use ArtCloud to further, optimize your inventory database, send email campaigns. We actually have a webinar tomorrow about how to build out your artist digital presence that you'll see there's a slide below. So let me go ahead and steal that share back from you. Let's do this. Okay. The Q&A. There are so many really wonderful questions. Do we want to kind of tag team Alex, me, and Olivia? Because there's some that are really specific to 9dot. I have a few that I can answer off the top of my head. One
Sure.
being the confusion around when I mentioned from the ArtCloud side that we don't take a commission. And then the 9dot side where they do, because that's their business model. We are the platform that all of your artwork and all the tools live on. We don't take an additional commission, but 9dot does. So Olivia, you want to shed some light into those differences?
Yeah, and I'll just reiterate that our curatorial team is using ArtCloud to find artists and artworks that are in line with the specific vision for a specific project. So we are finding artists through ArtCloud, but we are not purchasing artwork through ArtCloud. So really, we'll find you, and then we'll reach out directly to figure out, oh, like I kind of want to maybe change this piece. Our client is looking for, something a little larger, or we'll start having those conversations with you, and those conversations will also include pricing and financials. So that's how we're going to work with artists that way. I also think it's important that we address, I know there's a slide on pricing, given that some folks are asking in the chat, oh, I accepted my free dotfolio invitation and I'm just using ArtCloud that way, which is the free account. But some of what Alex showed is available on the other tiers. So Megan, maybe you want to just go through what's available with these other subscriptions.
Definitely. I think that also might clear up some of the lower hanging fruit questions in the chat as well. So when you sign up for ArtCloud and you transfer your dotfolio portfolio over, you have our free forever 500 inventory item account. And that will never go away. It's 500 inventory items. You have a limited amount of things you can actually do with those items. So it's a great for just a database. And then you can also consign. So you can use that artist to gallery connection for consignments as a part of the free account. So know that that is very much available without having to pay for a subscription. But once you're ready for context, when you want to invoice, when you want to process payments, when you want an integrated email, and everything else. This is just a really high level, obviously, of the basic Pro and Pro Plus versions of our product. You can upgrade. The basic of our Cloud Manager starts at $29 a month. The basic for the websites start at $19.